Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoded, the place where we unravel and understand the secrets hidden within corporate filings. Perhaps a little financial trickery is in store for us today. Before we dive in, if you love breaking down complex financial documents into simple, understandable insights, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community. We also have a fantastic Discord server linked in the description below where you can connect with other like-minded individuals. Let's get started. So what we have here is an amendment to a previous report. This is like a company saying, hey, we need to update some information from a prior announcement. Think of it as correcting or adding details to a story that's already been told. The main reason for this update is to clarify the specifics of a sale of company stock that happened recently. On August 1st of 2025, Steele Creek Capital Corporation sold over 2,500 shares of their common stock. Now, what's important here is the price they got for it. They raised a total of almost $24,000 from this stock sale. This means each share was sold for a little over $9. Now, this wasn't a public stock offering where anyone could buy shares on the stock market. These shares were sold directly to specific investors through what are called subscription agreements. It's like a private deal between the company and a select group of buyers. Companies can do this because of specific rules in securities law that allow them to sell stock privately without going through the whole registration process. This is usually done to avoid the time and expense of public filings when a company is raising money from a small number of sophisticated investors. It's a way to get capital quickly without all the red tape. And this report is signed off by Douglas Applegate Jr., the Chief Financial Officer. This shows that the company is officially acknowledging these details. Now, let's step back and think about what this tells us. This move suggests Steele Creek Capital Corporation is likely raising funds for its operations or future ventures. Selling stock directly to investors is a common way for companies, especially those not yet widely traded, to get the capital they need. The amount raised, while not huge, is significant for a private transaction like this. It indicates that they found investors willing to put money into the company at a valuation of over $9 per share. But what are the implications? For investors who bought these shares, they are now owners of a piece of Steele Creek Capital Corporation. They're betting on the company's future growth and profitability. For the company itself, this provides the necessary cash to keep things moving, to potentially expand or to weather any financial storms. The fact that this is an amendment means they wanted to be very precise about the details of this transaction, which is good for transparency. This filing doesn't give us a full picture of the company's financial health like a quarterly earnings report would, but it does shed light on a specific capital raising event. It shows the company is actively managing its financing and is able to secure external funding. The per share price of over $9 hints at a certain level of perceived value by those investors. We need to remember this isn't about market price fluctuations. It's about what a buyer and seller agreed upon in a private transaction. Looking at the bigger picture, Steele Creek Capital Corporation is operating in a world where companies are constantly seeking ways to fund growth. Private placements like this are a vital tool in that arsenal. It's a more agile way to raise capital compared to public offerings, which are very time-consuming and expensive. So this is a sign of proactive financial management. It's about securing resources to move forward and execute their business plan. We can also infer that the company likely believes in its own prospects enough to offer its stock at this price point. They are confident that the value they are building will justify this investment for their new shareholders. It's a dance between needing cash and convincing others that their vision is worth investing in. To summarize, this amendment is all about adding crucial details to a past stock sale, confirming the number of shares sold and the price per share. It's a very specific update that provides clarity on how the company is financing itself. While we don't have deep financial tables here, we see a company actively engaging with investors and raising capital through private means. It's a snapshot of their ongoing financial activities. So what's my take on this? Steele Creek Capital Corporation seems to be strategically raising funds through private channels. This is a common and often effective way for companies to get the capital they need without the extensive requirements of a public offering. The direct sales at a consistent price suggest a controlled and deliberate fundraising effort. The key takeaway is that the company is actively seeking and securing the financial resources needed for its operations and growth. The risks associated with such a strategy typically involve dilution of ownership for existing shareholders if the company issues a lot of new stock, and the potential dependency on a few key investors. However, without more financial data, it's hard to seeking and securing the financial resources needed for its operations and growth. The risks associated with such a strategy typically involve dilution of ownership for existing shareholders if the company issues a lot of new stock and the potential dependency on a few key investors. However, without more financial data, it's hard to assess the overall health or direction of the company definitively. This filing is just a small... Alright, that's our breakdown of this filing from Steele Creek Capital Corporation. What's your take on these private stock sales and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.